Hey everybody, and hope you enjoyed that collection of clips. I'm actually hoping this makes it into the video because I am going to have to do some tinkering with my setup, at least in terms of editing the video, because I don't know if it's going to let me do what I wanted to do. But if you're watching this, then it did indeed happen. Otherwise, I will mention this in the channel update as well. This is my that was my way of saying thank you to everybody who subscribed. That was quite the journey to get to 100 subscribers. It's been a long journey. I can't say that it's been too terribly bad because it has been in under a year that I've been doing this, so that's not too bad at all. But you know, I did want to take a minute to specifically say thanks to certain individuals who I may or may not have talked to, but have indirectly influenced me on this journey, and some of you who I have talked to, and appreciate the help that you have provided me over the course of time. And I have to say, this was a pretty neat looking seed. I may have to investigate this some. I created this just for this video, so this world is relatively untouched. It's unscathed. First and foremost, I think it pretty much goes without saying, the reason I'm even here, and it's not even because he helped me out or anything like that. I mean, indirectly he did, but if it weren't for his videos and watching him play this game, I wouldn't be doing this. And most of the people who I talk to know who he is. Goes by the name of Paul SOARES Jr. He's not the biggest Minecraft YouTuber out there. I mean, there's guys like Captain Sparkles, Ant Venom, Sea Nanners, so on and so forth, who at one point or another have done Minecraft videos, who have millions of subscribers. He has a very sizable fan base though, so I watched him play this game and it seemed like a really neat thing to do, and we're just gonna run around and see what we find while I talk. And he got me interested in it. I had seen stuff about the game in Game Informer and seen people create stuff and thought, oh, that's pretty neat, but I had never actually really watched anybody until I watched Ant Venom first, and it was all he's a good YouTuber, he's a good commentator, but Paul SOARES Jr., his style struck me as the way that I would want to play this game. He's to the point, he's about finding the holes in the ground and jumping in them and seeing where they lead. He's a very good instructor when it comes to explaining most of the stuff in this game. There are certain things that he doesn't get into, and that's completely his choice. And anybody who complains about that, well, you know, there are things that you like that other people don't like, so deal with it. Whoa, we're gonna catch up? Apparently not. I can't even cut this right now because it is still going. Oh, there we go. Phew. It was really stuck for a second there. He just has this easy-going way about him, and how he explains the game and how he teaches, and it's really made it easy to get into this game and play it the way maybe it's not meant to play, because really how you play this game is up to you. But he definitely, oh poor Batty, he definitely, watching his videos made me want to play it. I didn't have anything that I could play it on really at the time. I wasn't about to try and tie up my girlfriend's laptop with it, but they eventually announced an Xbox version, and that's actually when I started playing. It was when the Xbox version came out, I think May of 2012. So it was not even, I think, 1.7.3 beta that version was in. It was somewhere around there though. But in any case, I watched his videos, thought I would do fine, and as I tried to demonstrate in the previous clips, I did not do so fine. I died and died, and I died some more, and then I died a few more times, and that was pretty much the story of my existence as I played. It was just lots of death. I eventually started to get better at it, and I think that I eventually reached a point where I wasn't too bad at the game, but you know, I had started to realize that there were a lot of people who were recording this game, and I thought to myself, you know, if I had a computer to use at some point, why not me? And that's what I got in. That's how I got into it all. But in any case, that's not what this is all about. Paul Swords Jr. is probably the biggest single influence on my gameplay endeavors, and sorry if that rubs anybody the wrong way, but that's just the way it is. By the way, these are in no particular order because there have been a lot of people who have spoken and who I've talked to and have given me a lot of pieces of advice over the years. Hey, I want to just make you mad. No? I guess you don't want to get mad. There's a lot of people I've spoken to. I think I'm mentioning the next person because when I finally started playing PC, I was having a heck of a time trying to find a decent multiplayer server that I could just get on and have a good time and not worry about things. The first server I joined was a faction PvP server, and there wasn't supposed to be any griefing, but when you're a faction PvP server, it's almost impossible to not have griefing in your server. And quite frankly, it ended very badly, and this story has been told many times. I was on the server, I was at the end. Well, I wasn't at the end, but I was in the stronghold, and I wasn't even anywhere near the end portal, but somebody managed to break the end portal, and once the end portal was broken, there was no way to fix it. Since I was there, I was the one who was blamed for it by the moderator at the time, who pretty much was on an infinite power trip, and he killed me. Took all the stuff that I had, and it's probably the biggest rage quit that I think I've ever had playing a game. I had talked to a couple other people via punchwood.com, which is of course Paul's website, and they had talked to one guy, Mr. Einstein, who I pretty much just call deprecated now, had responded to a message about a server, gave me the IP, I joined it, and to this day I have, maybe not as much lately, there's just not as much for me to explore in that server anymore, although I could still do the resource world, so I really shouldn't say there isn't anything, because there is. But I hopped onto that server, and that's how I played on multiplayer for a long time. I haven't been on there as much lately because of the other server I'm a part of, which I will get to in a moment, but you know, I still, deprecated gave me a place to get on, play with other people, and not worry so much. I mean, they're still griefing because you just can't get rid of it. But he and the other members of the server the regular members of the server make a conscious effort to try to curb it and keep it under control, and that's really all you can ask for. So I am grateful for that. The next person I'm going to mention, because again, these aren't in particular order, these were just as they came to mind as I was thinking about this, and I'm probably going to forget about 7 dozen people, and there's going to be raging comments on the video. Oh, you forgot about me, because the truth is I haven't completely forgotten about everybody. There's just so many people who, either by sharing the link to my channel or watching videos and liking them or any other number of things, have helped me out throughout this process. But probably the biggest help in terms of the gameplay has been courtesy of Hal and the Vanilla Go-Gurt server, which I just recently became a member of. Hal reached out to me and presented me the opportunity to join the server, I did not hesitate in joining it because, well, it's private, it's in the spirit of Minecraft, and frankly, who doesn't love a little... Oh, hello, I see some funky graphical stuff going on up above. And quite frankly, who doesn't love a good pranking server? That's my whole... So I didn't really even have to think about the possibility of joining that server. It was just a matter of getting accepted. I've been accepted. I was accepted. I've had a great time. I'm not going anywhere anytime soon, despite anything that I have been talking about doing in the future. Hal, just remember that I'm not going anywhere. Mr. M. Fretwell is a more successful YouTuber than I am in terms of overall subs and views and so forth, but has been a tremendous help, has been a very, I will go out and say it, influential on my gameplay abilities as well. He has provided me with tips and strategies and all that other fun stuff to help me out. I played my first ever CTM was Jungle Terror, which is by him, which I want to revisit one of these days. I didn't get to finish it the way I wanted to due to, as you probably noticed while recording this, computer limitations. So, you know, he's been a tremendous help, someone to talk to, and he's now on the Vanilla Go-Gurt server as well. So that is one of the more awesome aspects that I've been able to take part in with being on this server, is a guy that I have used his tutorials to help me with my own and in my own games, is now on the server that I play on. I mentioned Vanilla Go-Gurt. Another guy, and some of these are going to get put into the credit. The end of this video is going to have a little credit sequence saying thanks to everybody, and specifically mentioning certain people, and it's just because those people have had the biggest influence. Zul'jin is another one. Zul'jin has always been very quick to provide me with pieces of information and advice and questions, and he has a very, very good channel that if you haven't already subscribed to it and checked it out, you should. And any of these guys, Pulsars Jr., Deprecated, Hal, Fretwell, the Vanilla Go-Gurt members, there's several of them. Yeah, if you go and check them out, subscribe to them. They all make good videos, and they deserve the views and the subs and all that. But Zul'jin has been steadily climbing the popularity ladder, and he just recently did the Shaft podcast, which I thought was a pretty significant event. They don't just invite anybody onto that podcast. I usually see like Minecraft members or other bigger YouTubers, so seeing Zul'jin in that podcast, I was like, holy cow, this guy, he's almost there. He's ready to just completely break through to the next step. He and one of his counterparts, Von Ryder, who is another good YouTuber. I just, quite frankly, don't get to watch these guys' videos as much as I would like due to everything that goes on. Let's get out of the air and just run for a little bit. Let's see. I'm going to mention this guy because there's some interesting things going on. Don't growl at me. There's some interesting things going on with this guy that, he's actually someone who was close to me. I don't really know if it's going to lead into anything, but there have been some subtle hits that I don't know if he's actually going to be attempting to help me out or steer me in a direction that might help me. I try not to read too much into things that I see, but John of All Games, some of you may know him as John of All Trades on Twitter. He just recently created the John of All Games handle. His channel is 12,000 plus subs strong. He does live streaming every day. I really wish I could watch his live stream more often, but it's just not possible. Yeah, the video, oh my gosh, this world is just going so poo-poo right now. The video just doesn't load when I'm at work, and I would have it running in the background if I could, but I can't, so such is life. There's been a couple times where he's actually been streaming when I've been home and I've popped on, and he's, you know, recognized that I was there and said hey, which I thought was a guy with 12,000 subs is calling my name out on his stream. That's pretty flippin' cool, if you ask me. So, whoa, jungle, hello. Right? Or is this just like, this is weird. Oh, no, it is a jungle. Okay. So, you know, he's been someone who's kind of been in my ear now of late, and, you know, we'll see what happens with that. I do intend to see what he has to offer, if that's the case. If not, then, you know, it's another voice. It's another voice in my ear giving me a little bit of help. Like, YouTube has been pushing this, you know, show a video to your non-subscribers to get them hooked, you know, make it snazzy, make it this, make it that. And he's like, just do what they used to do and pick one of your videos and treat it like it's a featured video. So I've done that, and I've noticed that when I put a video in there as the featured video, it shoots up in terms of views. So, you know, he gave me that little piece of advice, which as I constantly always am saying, you know, I'm grateful for stuff like that. You know, the Twitter, the YouTube community, the forums around the YouTube community have been just tremendous in providing help and resources and direction. And let's get up on top of this tree and let this world load a little bit. And so, you know, I feel very grateful to have made some of the connections that I made. Now, you know, some of these people make channels and they instantly are like 500 subs, 1,000 subs, just all these views, and mine has been a very slow, very steady climb. But, you know, there are things that go on in the background that I don't always reveal, and as you know, some of you saw recently, the Vanilla Go-Gurt thing was, whoa, one of those things. There was some talk about it, and next thing you know, I'm on the server. But JONOFALLGAMES, another fun person to watch. He was playing the new, I can't even remember the name of it, 7 Days to Die or something like that. He was playing that, and I happened to watch it as he impaled his character on some spikes outside of the house. That was just great timing on my part. So, you know, check him out, check out his YouTube and Twitch. Like I said, he will be listed because he's become a pretty steady influence in what I'm doing and when I need help with something. Next, I can't forget him, because this guy, because THEREDSERENITY has become one of my favorite people to meet up with on the Vanilla Go-Gurt server. Our mining adventures are, I hope, becoming legendary, and it's given me, the stuff that goes on when we play has given me an idea for something to do in the future that I hope will catch on. I really need to pick up the pace because this is dragging. I'm not going to forget about this guy, even though he told me not to worry about it, but Brotato was my 100th subscriber. He pretty much did it out of the kindness of his heart just to help me out. He is mostly on Twitch. I will have his link in the end of this video and probably in the description. All these people are going to end up in the description, and I will probably tweet out all these people to let them know that I did this. But I have to check out his stuff, but you know, he was kind enough to give me that 100th sub, and I appreciate it greatly. And there was a lot of people, if you subbed, you know who you are, that helped out at the end. I went from 96 to 101 in a blink, and you know, when I checked it today, it was at 102, so I picked up another one. Alex from YouTube gave me a shout out. I just realized I forgot the E on his name when I wrote this down. He gave me a shout out in one of his videos, and I picked up a couple of subs, I'm pretty sure, off of that. So I, you know, appreciate the help there. And he's making something for me too. He wanted the skin from my character, so he's doing something. I'm not sure what. And then some others to keep in mind. The Minecraft guys, kind of an influence. I don't try to mimic them because they're all infinitely better at this game than I am, but they are fun to watch. And hey, who knows? Maybe Vanilla Gogurt will become something like that in terms of popularity. That would be fantastic. I mentioned Von Ryder, but I'm going to mention him again. He's been doing this for a while now and has been climbing with some help from being associated with Vintage Beef at first, but I think he's standing up on his own merits. His content is pretty good. His Well Done series is great, and I keep meaning to check out his Sim series because it sounds like it's just one catastrophe after another the way his stuff comes out, but we'll see. Slipgator is another one that has, I mean, these are guys who have a lot of followers and only follow a small group of people, so when they talk to you, you pay attention. And Slipgator has been another person who has kind of helped me out and given me some words of encouragement and suggestions, and he's actually given me a seed to possibly use if I do my island survival, so I have to remember to let him know if I do that. The Twitter community, you know, word of mouth is just the best way to spread the channel, and you know, the Twitter community has done that. People retweeting my uploads and retweeting my push to 100, even though some probably got annoyed by it. TGN Army, even though I'm not a partner, being able to semi-affiliate myself with someone has helped out tremendously, and that was also courtesy of Zul'jin. He gave me the advice to do that. Whether I ever become a partner with a network is out of my hands at this point in time. I don't get the views still to do that, but TGN Army at least was kind enough to sit there and say, hey, you don't have to be a partner to use the hashtags and all that to help promote yourself, and so I've taken full advantage of that. YouTube Gaming Forum, the YouTube Community Forum, YouTube Talk forums all have been helpful. Punchwood.com has been helpful, so you know, the Punchwood.com guys, people on there who've visited my channel and subscribed off of there, thank you very much. And another guy that mentioned Minecraft for Dummies has kind of been there. This guy's channel has blown up. And another Twitter user, Follow If You Love Games, he has a YouTube channel and he has been growing pretty steadily as well, but has also, you know, these are people who I supported, they supported me, it just works, and that's the way it should be. So that's a pretty good chunk of people that I want to say thanks to. And yeah, we did it, 100 subscribers, and now we move on to the next goal, 10,000 views and 100 or 500 subscribers, and so on and so forth. So that's where we want to go, and we're going to try and stay consistent with everything. Once again, thanks for everything. The credits will have the Twitter handles and YouTube, the YouTube addresses for a lot of the people that I've mentioned. If I didn't mention you, don't take it personal. There's a lot to go through. There's a lot I'm trying to sort out when I go through stuff like this, and I probably should have planned this out a little bit better, but I didn't. That's how it is. Just know, if we've talked and we've communicated and I've said thanks to you in one way or another, then I truly mean it. Thank you so much, everybody, for helping me get here, and here's to the next 100, 500,000, 10,000, whatever it may be. We'll see where this goes. I'm just happy I did it, and I'm gonna jump around in a circle and make you all dizzy because I can't control inverted third person. Thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed this, and I will see you all next time. Bye bye.